Alrighty, so I guess we do sometimes have to go and cover Kaitlin Bennett again after everything else that has happened with her over the years. But first, let's get into some fan art stuff because, well, this particular video, it may upset a few people. But let's go ahead and take a look here. We've got from Living Thrashcan, what carrying a huge heavy hammer every day does to someone. I suddenly had an urge to draw beefy Suris. I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer if I could have abs like that. I'm working on it though. Anyway, the next piece we have here is from Valdriel, Destroyer of Kia Souls. I don't know if this is the right chat, but I joined so I could submit my fan art because I found the pink cute. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. You are valid to post this and anything like this all the time ever. Holy fucking shit. Thank you very much, Vladriel VT. This looks amazing. As always, everybody, thank you very much for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that all said, let's go ahead and take a look at, well, Caitlin Poopy Pants.
Say one thing to Elon Musk. To the camera, what would you say to him? Fuck you. If you could say one thing to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Say fuck off. Fuck the fuck off, you motherfucker.
You look like a moron to everyone with a brain cell.
He did was he did the Nazi salute. You know the one I'm talking about. The one that's illegal in Germany, where you hit your chest and then throw your arm out all straight and shit. So, America, do your duty, make
I like how she used a pooping sound effect for that. I think she knows. I think she knows what she's known for now.
fascists afraid again. Every day is Punch a Nazi Day.
So you would do that?
Should the opportunity present, with a smile. We need to make more good Nazis. The good Nazis are the dead ones.
Who would you classify as a Nazi?
Elon Musk, Matt Walsh, Donald Trump, Hegseth, not all.
So you would punch Matt Walsh in the face?
Absolutely.
If he walked down here, you would punch him in the face?
Sure.
So I looked at the comment section in here real quick, and there's a whole bunch of people who are saying they should all get felonies for this. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Right now, under the current administration, I could see how people would not get felonies for this, but I actually do agree that the only good Nazi is one who is either turning into a better person or otherwise completely prevented from being able to engage in Nazi behavior. However you interpret that happening.
If you could say one thing to Elon Musk, what would you say?
You haven't been elected to pal. Go back to Joburg.
Where do you want to deport him?
South Africa would be preferable. I figure we let him be Johannesburg's problem. We got enough Depo babies running over here.
That's right.
And then, of course, there's the whole thing that departments of the executive branch, they have to be... Congress has to give the okay. The president isn't in charge. He answers to Congress. Congress has not said a damn thing about Doge. That's not a real department. Anyone doing what Doge says is violating the law.
Every single president in recent history has implemented through executive order an efficiency department. This isn't new.
Better, it's unnecessary. We've already got efficiency department.
What's funny is that the efficiency department already existed. Doge literally ended up just being a renaming of a previously existing department.
And they're not run by guys who can't invent shit and run companies into the ground.
I know a lot of people are mad about that little movement he did the other day.
Oh, you mean
the little movement he did the other day? You mean the Sig Heil. Call it what it is, Caitlin. So there's a reason that Caitlin is going to downplay this shit. There's a reason that Caitlin is going to downplay this shit, and I'll show you exactly why it is. So, Kaitlin Bennett's Liberty Hangout engages in Holocaust denial. They engage in the kind of Holocaust denial that is just asking the questions. It just doesn't seem possible that 6 million were killed. It just doesn't seem reasonable. It just doesn't seem like it would have happened. So, why would Kaitlin Bennett be playing defense for Nazis? Because she is one. Because she is one. That's the reason why. Ultimately, people try to defend their own. So she is going to downplay Nazi iconography because it is convenient for Nazis to downplay Nazi iconography.
A Nazi fucking salute.
Can you show me what he did?
What he did was he did the Nazi salute. You know the one I'm talking.
I'm just gonna. Can you just show me what he did? Can you show me what it looked like? Can you Sig Heil for me in the middle of this group of progressives? Can you do that, please? No, Kaitlin, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit.
About the one that's illegal in Germany, where you hit your chest and then throw your arm out all straight and shit. That's the Nazi salute.
And then she tilts her head to the camera. This liberal won't even do it. This liberal won't even say what it is. This liberal won't even throw his hand out. He's so scared of the Sig Heil. Yeah, there's a reason to be scared of iconography from genocidal maniacs. You dumb bitch.
And he did it twice to make sure everybody could see him do it.
Yeah, if they didn't get the first time, they got it the second time.
Right. So, America, do your duty. Make fascists afraid again.
Cathode RayTube, thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate it.
Every day is Punch a Nazi Day.
So you would do that?
Should the opportunity present, with a smile.
With a smile, okay.
Nobody plays enough Wolfenstein anymore. We need to make more good Nazis. The good Nazis are the dead ones.
Who would you classify as a Nazi?
So, the funny thing here, the language that he's using, and this is the issue with clips like this. The language that he's using is the kind of thing that makes right-wing people salivate. What do I mean by that? Oh, it does two things for people like Caitlyn Bennett. For one, it provides ammunition. It makes it look like the left are crazy. They're all violent nincompoops. This is the reason why when people in my chat are like, the only option we have left is violence, the first thing I say is no. Because you can't look like this. This is a person who, given the opportunity, the right wing is going to use as a meme. Now, the other reason that this is maybe a little problematic in general is, remember, the right wing, the actual constituents, do not believe themselves or their leaders to be Nazis. And because they do not believe themselves or their leaders to be Nazis, this kind of language, in regards to them, it feels threatening and out of nowhere. Now, people like Caitlyn Bennett know that they are Nazis. They engage in Holocaust denial. They do the things Nazis do. They praise the thing Nazis praised. They are willing to engage in the behavior of the Nazi party. And, hell, if you're Elon Musk, you may even start emulating their slogans and hand signs. These people feel threatened for a different reason. They know who they are, and they know that a group of people who are violent need to be made to look like fools. Because if they are made to look like fools, then they will be made to be someone who is not to be emulated. If you are a constituent who doesn't believe yourself to be a Nazi, your concern is that this liberal is crazy. If you are an actual Nazi, so you're one of the people who's actually at the top, who knows exactly what the fuck you're doing, then your survival depends on your constituents looking at people like this as if they are crazy. Which is why useful peons like Caitlyn Bennett can get sent out into the field and engage in stuff like this that can make people on the left look like they are foolish. And if we look at Caitlyn Bennett's comment section, it's mind-blowing how much they say they hate the government, but worship the government and follow it blindly. Nazis, bigots, fascists, racists, these words have lost all meanings thanks to efforts of the uninformed. Look at the Nazis who think they aren't Nazis. The louder they scream means the president's doing his job. Notice the beauty difference between liberal and conservative women. The right wing gobbles this shit up.
Elon Musk, Matt Walsh.
We already saw this part.
It's better stuff to do.
Look at
Aren't you Boo Boo Bennett? Yeah, hey Boo Boo.
I love it when the elders ask me if I need a diaper. That's a good one. Do you think he did that on purpose?
Yes.
Do you think he did that on purpose?
Yes.
Absolutely. I know too many people people on his side are saying it was because he's autistic. Oh, it was just, he was feeling awkward. I have had so many autistic friends, and none of them have ever accidentally done that.
Yeah. If you could say something to Elon Musk, what would you say? Straight to the camera.
I understand you have no empathy, but at least be intelligent enough to make yourself look a little better. You look like a moron to everyone with a brain cell. Be better.
So if you want to donate to my Patreon,
So I didn't see anything wrong with that sentence. The only thing she can do in that scenario is to smile and nod at the camera. Like, that's it. She can smile and nod at the camera and hope that her Patreon supporters see that and agree with her. That's all they can do.
Equal rights.
Don't talk to her.
Oh, don't talk to her?
She's a conservative.
We're best friends.
you came up to me and said you won't have real conversations with people, and now you're telling people not to talk to me. Dude, you're so fake. You're fake. You're fake.
It's not fake. It's recognizing when somebody is coming in here fishing for bait. It is coming in here and recognizing as a method of self-defense that somebody like Kaitlin Bennett is fishing around for reactions. They are trying to say defensively, do not give them the reactions. When somebody comes up to you with a microphone in the middle of the street, they're not looking for a conversation. They are looking for a meme. They are looking for a reaction.
Best friends and I need attention. I'm a Scorpio, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio.
I'm not
and I
friends
need
with
your
people who
attention.
love murdering children.
What murdering children?
Do you do the swastika too? Do the Heil Hitler?
What is that?
Do you do what Elon Musk did the other day?
Can you show me what he did?
No.
Can you show me what he did? Can you please Sig Heil? Oh, please, liberal, please Sig Heil for me. Oh, oh, dang, thank you for the follow. Jesus Christ. It's so pathetic. It is so pathetic how desperate she is to get freaking liberals to Sig Heil.
I don't do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about Nazi Heil Hitler?
If you could show me.
She's just playing dumb the entire time. Because here's the trap. Here's the trap. Yeah, the I'm a Scorpio thing didn't make any fucking sense. But here's the trap. You first say, can you show me what you did? And two things happen. One, you become a meme. The footage of you on the internet Sig Heiling gets out there. You start to lose your job. You start to lose your friends. All of that. Secondly, in the moment she gets you to Sig Heil, not only does that make an unsafe environment for you around a whole bunch of liberals who may be even primed for violence, but you then get to do this tactic. Here, I'll explain the tactic for you. Your argument is there is no reasonable person who would Sig Heil out in the open. So why the fuck did Elon Musk Sig Heil? And then you, trying your best, I guess, Sig Heil for Kaitlin Bennett. And then Kaitlin Bennett goes, aha, look at you. Didn't you just do a Sig Heil? Didn't you just do that thing? And I know you're not a Nazi. You're a reasonable person. Look at you. You're doing this in a reasonable way. Doesn't that mean that you shouldn't be given the same benefit of the doubt as Elon Musk? Maybe something similar happened with him. You don't know that. It's a very slimy tactic. It can ruin your life in the future because footage of you doing a Nazi salute is available now online for everybody to see and use. And in the moment, it can ruin everything for you right there. Ocean Keltoy says she probably doing that because she got someone to do it at one point, though, which is some wild shit. Yeah, it's... So this is the other thing. Because I'm trying to make sure that anytime I'm covering some of this, that I am giving people things that are actionable. And the action that you can take from here is that when somebody comes up to you with a microphone out in the wild, accept that it is better not to give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. It is better not to give them the benefit of the doubt. It is better to assume that they are fishing for reactions. And if they are doing so, the best thing you can do is ignore them. Yes, you can make fun of them. Yes, you can make fun of Caitlyn Bennett, say that she's got a poopy diaper. You can do that. But if I'm being honest, the most effective thing you can do is whip out your phone, play licensed Disney music as loud as possible as you walk away. It makes the clip completely unusable without heavy, heavy editing. Do not become a person who gets to be memed on by the right when all you were trying to do was educate or engage in a conversation. The time to engage in reasonable conversations is not the time when somebody's shoving a microphone in your face. That time is at your local bar, at a local friend group gathering, with your local family. That's the time. Ocean Keltoy says, never engage with a conservative who's going to edit afterwards. They'll edit out when you did well and highlight moments where you looked like a fool. That's it. Only engage if you got your own camera, and probably not even then. Yeah, I would argue you don't even do it then. Because ultimately, statistically, you as an individual are not as rhetorically trained as Caitlyn Bennett. Statistically, you as an individual do not have 759,000 subscribers. And you clowning on Caitlyn Bennett only works if your audience is larger than Caitlyn Bennett's. So you need to both be confident enough that you're better than her at the thing she does for a living, and on top of that, you need to have a bigger following than her. If you do not have those things, you play Disney music loud and you disengage. You make the footage unusable as you walk away. That is what you do. And bear in mind, there's more people than just Caitlyn Bennett out there. Caitlyn's just one of the more well-known ones. There's one guy, I can't remember his name, but he has really curly hair, seems like almost Hispanic looking, and he does this shit down in Kennesaw, and he's got a fairly large YouTube following as well. And he does this same shit. I don't remember the person, and it's my job to know. Follow gods, thank you very much for the follow. That's a face roll on a keyboard. Something says, how was your right-wing conspiracy bar friend doing? I have not seen him in a long time. Ocean Keltoy says there's a lot of these guys, and some aren't even on the conservative grift necessarily. They're just looking for memes. That's the thing, though. A lot of those people started out looking for memes. A lot of those people started out looking for reactions, and then they drift further and further right because the people in their audience that are likely to consume that content are the people on the right, are the people who are unreasonable, are the people who are more and more willing to get a laugh at a liberal's expense. Vela says, if you want to obstruct her, hang out nearest the cameraman as stealthily as possible and blare Disney music loud enough to make their entire recording unusable. That's a good thing to do, but it's not the cameraman you need to be obstructing. It's not the cameraman you have to obstruct. I can explain. Caitlyn is using what is called a dynamic microphone. And a dynamic microphone filters out sound that is not immediately being blasted into its directional input. Now, for the microphone, the directional input changes. Sometimes it's on the side, sometimes it's on the top. It wholly depends on where she's aiming it. So the person to disrupt is not the cameraman. The cameraman's audio is largely unusable to begin with. Because whatever mic the cameraman has is likely a boom mic that is taking in all of the surrounding data all at once, and it's barely able to get anything recognizable for the audio. And if you're somebody like Caitlyn, who is obsessed with looking good on TV, that audio is not something that they are going to use. And if you use your music closer to her microphone, it is just as likely that music's going to be picked up by that cameraman, because that cameraman's boom mic can't help but pick it up. Caitlyn's microphone is the one that needs to be tainted. That's the primary one. That dynamic microphone needs to be tainted. If you want to do things when the conservatives are doing this shit, that is what you do. And yes, you may disrupt some liberals who are man-on-the-street interviewers too, who are just doing their best. That is a damn shame. They are collateral damage. And if they can't understand why they're collateral damage, then they should be in a different industry.
I want to be.
Oh my God, you again? Can you show me what Elon Musk did?
Don't give her more views.
Can you? Oh yeah, just ignore her.
Basically,
Every
whatever's
single
going
one
on
of
right
them,
now is
she's
not
trying to
okay.
get them to sing Heil.
Nobody voted for Elon Musk. I don't know who the who the fuck thought that voted for Elon Musk. Nobody did. So I don't know what he has, why his paws are in the Social Security money. I don't know why Donald Trump's trying to overturn all these laws. It's unacceptable behavior.
Careful, those are Trump supporters, by the way. They're just like keep following us around. I mean, like us. I mean, like protesters, and they're trying to.
By us, I mean protesters. Look at me. I am Kaitlin Bennett. I am a protester. This is the kind of stealth shit that they are doing. This is the kind of stealth shit that they are willing to engage in. Kaitlin Bennett's not an honest interlocutor. She's not. She is going to do what she can to try to get in there with people who are ignorant. This is why I said there is no benefit of the doubt. It is taint the recording and move on. And while I completely understand, I wholly understand that there is the concern that you may hurt somebody's good and well cause, it is better not to take the risk.
Hurt like people's ears. When they're trying to hurt people's ears. They're Trump supporters. They're dressed like it. So just be careful. Just be careful.
They're dressed like it. You see me? Look at the shirt I'm wearing. I'm not dressed like it. This is a thing that people on so it's not just Kaitlin Bennett who's done this, where they quote dress like a liberal. This is the same shit that cops do when they're undercover. It looks horrible.
So what is the most troublesome thing that Elon Musk is doing?
He wasn't voted to do anything. He is not an elected official. He is not a member of the government.
I mean, I can answer that question for you right now. You know what? We're done with this one because I think we've gotten everything we need to out of this particular video. But I can tell you the most concerning thing that he's done right now. I can tell you exactly what it is. It's the defunding of USAID. Now, the reason why the attempted defunding of USAID is something I'm concerned about is USAID was created to make sure that there was a network of money available to foreign nations so that those nations didn't fall under the sway of foreign dictators. It was made during the Cold War as a way to make sure that we did not lose allies to what would become Russia, to the Soviet Union. Getting rid of USAID, in my mind, is a recognition that we are no longer concerned with protecting those nations from the influences of people like Putin. And we are more concerned now with placating them. Removing that money that has a distinct and powerful effect on America's own sovereigns, on America's own way of making sure that it has allies that are willing to protect it in case something goes wrong, is a scary thing to me. Because while, yes, it is part of the, Noam Chomsky pointed out, it is part of the American empire's attempt to influence other nations, for better or worse. The point of it is to make sure that another nation who would be worse, at least in our eyes, doesn't have that kind of power. I am scared that we are going to just ally with Russia in their attempts to engage in genocide. That we are going to ally more with Netanyahu in his attempts to genocide the Gaza Strip. Oh, wait! I'm not concerned that's going to happen. That latter one did happen. When Trump said that we should just level the Gaza Strip and then put fucking resorts there. So that's why that's the concerning thing to me. Of all the things he's done recently, That's the concerning thing within the United States government. Outside of that, the Sig Heil. Because the people who celebrated the Sig Heil are people like Nick Fuentes. Those are anything that makes those fuckers happy makes me just a little queasy. Again, I know that we're going to end things on something that is actionable, but the only actionable thing you can do in regards to stuff like this is taint the recordings. That is the action you can take in regards to stuff like this. Do not become a meme. Do not become ammunition. If you are going to see liberals and lefties who are made fun of and are ammunition, let it be me. Let it be Vosh. Let it be people on the left whose job it has been for years to be in front of the camera. If we get memed on, if we get shat on, we've been dealing with that shit for years anyway. We've got the spoons for it. You probably don't. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, everybody, insert end of video tagline here. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.